Let me just stop the music for a second. Hi, Maureen. Good morning. Calling my friends here. Was I able to call some people? Hello, Sheila. Good morning, Jill. Do you like the bowls? Yeah, it produces a nice vibration. So it's a way of arriving, arriving to your senses is arriving in the present moment. So awaken up the senses in this way, starting with the ears, and then the reverberation in the energy inside of us takes us to the present moment. So it's good sometimes to bring the bowls. Who else is there? Hello, hello, come on, there's more people. Say hi. Say, I'm here, so I can channel my energy with yours. Oh, thank you, Monica. Hamstrings and calves, pretty please. Well, because you asked so nicely, of course. Who else is there? All right, so Monica's asking hamstrings, calves. What else? What else do we need to work in this beautiful Sunday? Still a little chilly, but beautiful. Coconuts, you came back. I love the picture that you sent it to me. Thank you. It's just beautiful. It took me with you in that moment, so thank you for that. Morning, Gary. You guys, stop honeymooning so much. You guys honeymoon everywhere. Oh, I envy. I have a white envy for your life. I'm really excited for you, but I wish I was also going away. But still, it's not my time yet, right? I need to get my kids a little older. All right, ham is two. Gary wants some hammies. How about you, Maureen, Mui? Anything that you guys want to work on today? So, I know I don't ask this very often because I don't know, but you can always find something that you can use as a belt, a cord, anything that you can stretch that you can hold one side and the other side. If you don't have, and if you want to use just a scarf even would work, just a normal scarf like this, it would work for just the things that you want to do. So if you want to get up and go get it, if you don't have your prop around with you, otherwise stay here. And we're gonna start. Let me bring the music back, right? Okay. So have this thing close by. I'm sitting in my little stool here just so I can get a little taller. Let's start our centering. Noticing how the body, first find a comfortable place. Like I'm not comfortable yet, so there you go. Now I can relax my feet on the ground. So find a comfortable place. Feel where your sit bones are, how your spine is compared to the floor. How is your neck and your chin compared to the floor? How is the top of your head compared to the floor and compared to the ceiling? And then as you take deep breaths in and out, I invite you to give yourself permission to a deep breath out. Always easy to arrive when you're there. not when you're there, but when you do this practice of we all can agree there's so much hate going on right now in the world, especially very close to our world here in Minnesota. And anger can be expressed in different ways in different people. And when this anger is not channeled towards the good, towards revolution in a good way, it can cause some very revolting actions in another way. So let's kind of channel our energy today towards those people that are hating right now, and hopefully somehow we can get to them and can transform that anger in motivation for change, but never in a physical, hateful way, right? And besides all of that, we are all dealing with our own emotions inside of our home, inside of our home, right here. Inside of the walls in our homes too. So dealing with some relationships, dealing with some work relationships and all of that. So don't run away from it. Don't run away from what you're feeling. As I'm almost like I'm not tired, but you're probably tired of hearing me. Not letting go, don't put in the corner and just leave there. Just feel it coming to the surface, because when we do this, when we acknowledge, when we look at it and see, oh, there you are, is that what you're trying to tell me, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a deep breath in. We're gonna reach the right arm up, and then we're gonna go over a little bit towards the opposite side. So this is a simple movement that we're gonna start today. Bring the hand down, and you can do that with your eyes closed. So the other arm goes up, and then you reach towards that side. It's not a super stretch. I want you to awaken your back, your sides, your shoulders, slowly your hips. And then we reach back. Keep going, and keep your palm facing the opposite way as you're moving this way. And back. And up again, always lengthening your spine, always lengthening the neck, always lengthening, growing taller. And then let's take 2 more here. Exhale when you come back. Exhale to go. Inhale to come back, sorry. All right, now we're gonna reach both. Now cross the forearms here, like if you're, what's the name? Chaining yourself, right? So you're gonna cross one on top, doesn't matter which one, and then you try to grasp your palms together. Try to reach as high as your arms can go in this position. You can always bend a lot the elbows if you need to. And then we're gonna, oh my gosh.
Best search tools in my hands, and that's how I got this house.
Sorry guys. Some of those have advertisements and I don't like it. Sorry guys. So here, we reach to one side and we reach to the other side. So the reaching, I want you to be more precise of your sides than your shoulder, okay? It's not like pulling the arm to one side, it's actually bending here and puffing that side that you're going against, right? And then to the other side. Very gentle. And then we bring back. Now we're gonna cross the arms in front of us like this. And then grab the elbows. Take a deep breath in, trying to lift again the arms, and then we're gonna do the same thing. We puff one side, and then the other side. And then we slide the hands all the way until you can grab fingers, like claw the fingers together and reach the arms back. Now this time you can pull kind of the shoulder a little bit, like the hand. We're not puffing the chest, but we're just walking through the shoulders here one at a time. Now my hands can go to the back of my head, but maybe all you're doing today is right here. This is all your shoulders need, right? Or even more into the front. And you can do the same thing right here. All right, now we're gonna reach the hands to the front, stretching the fingers. And already for me, it's kind of hard to do this thing, right? We're using our hands so much and we forget to stretch the hands. So just like if you're trying to go towards a downward dog on the floor, you're gonna press to the front, you're gonna look towards your fingers, you're gonna spread them open, reaching the fingers away from one another, and then roll your shoulders down. Take a deep breath in, and then the right hand moves the fingers towards you, and then now you're gonna move the fingers down and pull it towards you. Maybe really squeezing the fingers together is another good way. And then again, we're gonna stretch and reach. And then bring your fingers together and just bring your thumb towards you. Again, you're not gonna pull so much that feels uncomfortable, right? Now other hand. Now we're gonna do with the other hand, whatever hand you're doing, and then you pull towards you, giving that wrist stretch, and then we do the other way. Squeeze the fingers and bring towards you, and then one more time, we reach. Press. Try to grab all the fingers here. And now the thumb too. Don't forget about your thumb. They're probably the one that works the most nowadays. Alright, now keep your arms like this and do some circles. And when I say circles, it's not just with your wrists. See my shoulders. I'm moving my shoulders out. So the elbows are facing down, then I'm moving my shoulders up. I'm trying to reach my elbows all the way to the side and up to the sky. Do a few more here. Really trying to circle what you can. Yes. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna use, if you didn't grab something that you can use as a belt, we're gonna use our belt. So you bend your knee, you lasso the right foot first, and then we're gonna straight that leg. Holding the two sides of your prop, pulling yourself forward and elongating your spine. So here, I don't have my legs straight forward. I have just a little bit angled to the corner. Not a lot, just a little bit, so you're not feeling too much in your hip either. We're gonna open up the chest, and then that chest is going to face the front of the foot. And then we're gonna go down. When I say go down, it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna go down and round my spine. I'm trying to elongate my spine and having my pelvic floor really trying to circle that right femur, right? You guys know that by now. When I say straight spine, now you see that I don't have much space here. I have this space until my hamstring and my calves are starting to say, hello, don't go further than that. Me not like it. So now maybe you can pull your foot even closer towards you, but roll the shoulders down. Take another breath. Now the same thing here. See that my left foot is underneath because I have a prop. If you're on the floor, that's okay. Now we're gonna slide the foot all the way to the other side, to the left side, towards where the left knee is going, okay? But I want your chest to still face forward. So with that right leg sliding towards the left, squeezing your inner thighs together here. I don't know how the guys feel about that, but okay, we're gonna hold with the left hand your two sides of your prop, and then we're gonna turn slowly towards the right. So all the way from that glute muscle all the way down to the outside of your feet. Now pay attention in that. What you can do with the angle of your foot in this one is very interesting because we can get more of the outside band here in your leg. Let the outside of your foot goes this way. You cannot see my foot here. So your inner foot's trying to kind of face you, so it's doing this, okay? So you're gonna feel more on the outside. And while you twist, roll that shoulder, maybe look over to the right, and again towards the left. Let's do one more time towards the right and towards the left. Beautiful. Now we're gonna slide that right foot all the way. Now we're gonna give more angle, okay? So you're creating a V here between the distance of your legs. We're gonna lengthen the spine again. Now you can pull, both hands can use it. Now we're gonna go a little bit more sideways. It's not facing the leg anymore, but it's kind of sideways. So you might feel this, you might feel this. Of course, you're feeling a little bit in your hip. And then you go again with a long spine. Take some deep breaths. And then we bring it back. Now, finally, we're gonna face that leg forward, completely forward. Slide your prop, I don't know what you're using, if it's okay to do it, but slide your prop a little lower. See, I'm sliding it lower towards my heel. So you have the space now to point your toes forward like a ballerina, okay? So point so you can really stretch the front of that right foot. Really stretching, trying to bring your toes down to the mat. Open up the chest. Take a deep breath in and then see if you can go forward. Again, with the pelvic floor tilting forward, posterior tilt forward, okay? Not your spine rounding. It's not this case yet. Yeah, we can do it, but we're not really thinking about the precise position. Why we're doing this for. I don't want you to overstretch your back right now, okay? I want you to stretch that hip and that hamstring. And now, right now that your toes are pointed, the front of your foot, the front of your ankle. Take one more breath, and then we're gonna go back. Now you're gonna flex. You can slide your prop up towards the balls of your feet. Pull it towards you. Ooh, now it's more on the back, right? Now you're gonna reach again. See if you can go forward. So like I said before, the connection with all the tissues and little tiny muscles in your feet is related all the way up to your butt. So when you flex, it's gonna make much more effort, and you're gonna feel precisely in the hamstrings even more. So take another breath here. We're not tensing the rest of the body. Remember, you're trying to relax. And then we're gonna bring it back. Now hold with more care. Keep your shoulders rolled out. We're gonna try to lift that. Don't judge my feet right now. Don't even look at it. You're trying to lift and then you lower. We're gonna pull it forward. So we're gonna create just a little bit more movement. We go back, we lift, and then we reach down again and pull it forward. Take a deep breath out. Inhale to come back. Pull it up. We're also awakening the shoulders here, of course, the biceps. And then one more time, we reach up and down. That's beautiful. Now you can bend that knee. You can bring it towards you. Let's take a moment or two to to just notice the warm sensation in that right leg. Soften the shoulders. Inviting gratitude for the moment that you're taking to take care of yourself. All right, loves. Now we're gonna do the same thing in the other side. We're gonna lasso our left foot now. Okay. Hands, I like to grab my and roll, and then we're gonna slide just a little bit towards that side. Remember, it's just a little. It's not a 45 degree, just a tiny bit. The chest is gonna face your foot, the front of your foot. Your foot is flexed, you're pulling towards you. So be gentle, because the other leg we did more opening, it's already open at the end. But now this left one, usually it's harder. So you take it easy. Like me that have some knee issues, gonna be even harder. People that have hip issues, gonna be harder. People that have foot issues, gonna be harder. So be very gentle. Give yourself grace into every position, into every breath that you're taking. Roll your shoulders and think about the pelvis, okay? The tilting of the pelvis over that beautiful femur. So the pelvis is doing this. It's sliding into the femur. The femur is staying in place, but the pelvis is doing that over. Even if you don't see any movement, that's okay. You probably can feel in your hamstrings, right? Take one deep breath here. We're not gonna stay. The first one, we don't stay long. And then we reach back. All right. Now your right hand's gonna grab the two sides. You're gonna slide it towards the right. Now your legs are facing one way. Your chest is going to face another way. So you can hold it. Now let your foot go in. Okay, so the inside of your foot is doing this, the outside is doing out. But be careful, I showed you just my foot, don't look at my knee, because when I have my knee bent is another story. So with your legs straight, it does a different thing. So try to bring your foot out, lengthen in the spine. Yes, you're gonna feel the outside. Bring your hand back and trying to open and twist here. Looking over to the back, and then maybe to the front, and then back again. Opening the neck, and then one more time. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna open into a V position. So your V can be bigger or smaller than mine, so be gentle, okay? Take a nice breath in. But this V, we're just gonna go to the side. Remember, we're not folding forward. Now we're just letting our torso move towards that left leg. And you can always hold the other side of your belt if you like, with the other hands. The other hand, we go back, we do 3 times. We exhale, reach towards that side. I'm sure you guys are doing fabulous. I wish I could see your faces. We bring it back, take a deep breath out, and exhale again. And back. Beautiful. Slide it all the way to the front. I always save the harder for last, right? Don't put that in your mind. This is not the hardest one. All right, now slide that prop all the way to your heel, pointing your beautiful toes, trying to become like a ballerina here, really stretching the front of your feet. Open up the chest, and then we're gonna try to go forward.
Okay, Peloton, who's ready to work?
Kendall's 30-minute pop
I
ride.
chose the wrong music today, apparently.
We are climbing through this forest.
Whatever. All right, now you reach forward, and then you can go back slowly.
Let's get it.
Tap into your...
I was gonna be doing this all the time now. That sucks. That sucks. now you're gonna slide the thing up, your prop up, open up the chest, and then we're gonna try to lift and lower. And as you lower slowly, okay, you try to pull yourself forward with your pelvis, remember? And then we bring it back, and then up again. Reach, reach. Exhale, lower, and then forward. One more time, we reach back, and we reach up, and down. Yes, yes, yes. And now you let it go. You let it go of your props. All right, loves. Sorry about the music. I don't know why this one is doing this, but we're gonna go to the mat now. Ready to open more of the back of the legs, ready to flow. Oh, I almost forgot that I had a candle here. I almost burned my boom booms. All right. So finding, and I keep a pillow in case you need to sit with your butt higher, or in case you need to use for your knee, you know, if you have some uncomfort in your knee, depending on where you're doing your practice. So we're gonna start with hands on the mat, tabletop. Take a deep breath in. Remember to separate your knees, hips distance apart. And then we're gonna start just with the pelvis. I want you to think about your pelvis. Reaching your tailbone up, okay? And then tucking. And then reaching it up. Not changing anything with your chest right now. And tucking. One more time. We reach it up. And then we tuck. All right, now start to round, 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 finding an angry cat. Now when you lift your tailbone, you start to look towards that right hip. So your gaze is going over your right shoulder as your right shoulder trying to squeeze into that right hip. And then you bring it back. And then we round again, angry cat, looking towards the belly. And then you lift your tailbone and you look towards the left side. Breathe out. And then bring it back in. All right, release your forearms on the ground this time. Give the space that feels comfortable in your shoulders, okay? To keep your elbows down. Roll your shoulders. Now we're gonna try to kind of do the same thing, but be very gentle because that can cause some pressure in the shoulder if you're sending too much weight towards it. So we're gonna kind of do the same thing, and there's gonna be less movement in this one. Just the intention of bringing the shoulder towards that hip, squeezing side to side. Take one more. And then we're gonna round, look towards the belly, and lift your tailbone, and now sending the chin forward. One more time, we exhale, we round. Inhale, we look forward. Awesome. Now try to straighten one arm at a time. Release your forehead on the ground. First time our arms are extended like that. Make sure the rest of your body can relax. As the elbows are lifting off the ground, your hands are down, your face is down, your knees and your toes. Great opening from the front chest here. All right, now come back to a tabletop. We exhale, slide your left knee a little forward and slide your right foot back. So right toes on the floor, left knee just a little forward than your hip. And then you're gonna do some pumping here into your back heel. Not very strong, be gentle with your knee. Remember, everything's connected here. So we're just gonna pump for 3 and 2 and 1. Now you lift your knee and stretch the back calf there. Reach back again. Now we're gonna do four pumps. 1, 3, and 4. And reach back again. We're gonna slide the right foot on the outside of the hand. Go forward and back. Now see my back. My fingertips on the floor, but if you have blocks, I forgot my blocks right now. I don't know where they are. So you pump back and forward. And back and forward. One more time here. Back and forward. This forward, you're gonna stay in this pose now. Left hand stays on the ground. Right hand moves to the inside of the right thigh. Some people like to stay here because of your hip. Some people can, if you have the space, to press that leg away from you. Just sinking to that left hip and letting the stretch happen by lifting the inner foot off the floor. So what makes this pose safe is that your knee and your foot is going to the same direction. If you keep your foot and just bring your knee, it's not gonna be good for the inside of that knee, okay? So be very gentle. You know what to do. Take another breath in. And then exhale, you move back. Slide your right foot back, now keeping both knees at the same level of your hips. Drop your forearms. And then the option is to walk your forearms if there is space for your forehead to release down. Relax the belly and the back, the sides and your neck, your fingers and your toes. Remember that all that you have right now is the moment, the present, the breath. Pressing the hands down one at a time, of course. We're gonna do the other side. Always looks like it's a good idea, the shirt, and then it's not. All right, now we're gonna reach the right knee forward, a little forward than the hip, and then the left leg straight back, okay? Keep your shoulders, keep pressing yourself away from the floor with your hands, and then we're gonna pump back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gentle pumps. And then we lift the knee and reach back the butt. Oh my goodness, it feels so good in this leg. All right, we come back down again and pump for 4 more. Gentle. Reach back. And forward. Now we're going to slide the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Use your blocks if you have them, a chair, a bolster, whatever. Now from here, we're going to sink into that hip and we're going to pump for 4 too. And the pump is going to be a slow one, as we try to stretch the front leg. And then we go forward again, releasing that hip flexor, and then back again for the hamstring, and again for the hip flexor, and one more time for the hamstring. Right hand stays down, torso watches towards the left side, left hand goes in the inside, and then you pull that leg away from you, Maybe if you don't have knee issues like me, I do have knee issues. So if you don't have it, you can go deeper into this pose. Pressing the leg away, lifting the inner foot, and then bring it back. And then slide that left foot back. Awesome, guys. We're just going to, if you can, sit in your heels. I know, Maureen, this is hard for you, so you don't have to. You can just sit in your bottom, having the legs forward. We're gonna reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. Right arm goes over the left. We're gonna do some eagle arms here. Now, I can maybe interlace my fingers. Some people cannot do that, so you can just grab the back of your hands, okay? So one of the things that after years I figured out it's easier to relate to this pose is pressing the outside of your arms closer together. So you're gonna feel more on the shoulder blades and that stretch in the back. So you press them together, you roll the shoulders down, you take a nice breath in. We're gonna lift just a little bit away from the floor and then just a little bit down, and then we reach towards the center. We press the left, so the right is over the left. We're gonna press the left arm into the right arm so we can twist to the left, and then we're gonna do the opposite, twist into the other side, and then bring it back. Now we're gonna surrender the arms, bring your hands all the way, interlace the fingers, open up the chest. Take a nice breath in and out. Try to lift your arms away from the floor. And then now look down for me. And then start to fold. If you were seated, you can fold and come to your knees, or you can prepare yourself first with the knees and then you can let go. And then the top of your head is down. And then your knuckles are going up. Surrender. The arms are going to reach forward. You're going to lift your head off the mat. Walk your knees back until you can go down to the floor. It's another moment that you might need some props. So we're going to cross the arms. Again, we just did for eagle. So we're going to cross our arms. Let's do it together. So the left arm goes underneath the right is on top. And then you keep walking your fingers when you can any further, but try to bring your elbows closer to your chest, down, okay? Now, when you can go any further, you try to just see what is to surrender your chest. Now, some people are going to feel like, oh my gosh, I feel choking. So try to bring your arms even lower towards your chest. Use your prop here. For example, imagine that I have a block underneath my forehead, okay? And I can surrender completely my neck. With one more inhale, what you're going to do now is try to slide the left arm from underneath the right. So the right still stays towards the left side. Now, you're going to start to walk your right foot to the right side and see if your hip kind of turns out so the inside of your right knee is on the floor and the inside of your right foot is on the floor. And then you might let your shoulder go down, your head go down, and you can hold into the twist for a little bit. So right inner knee, right arm going to the left. I don't know, guys, this is a brand new mat and also smells like pee. And I don't even keep here. My dog doesn't come to this room. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just the smell of the mat. Darn it. Alright, we're going to slide the leg and then we slide the arm. Beautiful. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest. We're going to go back to our knees. Some people that have knee issues, don't go in the knees. Go to a seated position. Sit in a chair if you need to also. Now we're going to go back to sitting in our knees. Or if you want to stretch your toes, you can sit in your toes. Now the arms go up. Now we're going to do the opposite. The left arm goes over the right arm. Eagle arms here. Again, the intention is to press your outer arms together. Roll the shoulders down. And then we can go up, down, back to neutral. Right arm pressing the left towards the left. And left arm pressing the right towards the left. Bring it back. Awesome. Interlace your fingers behind you. Open the chest, lifting the heart up. Taking the hand away from the floor. Take another breath in. And then release your head down. And then we're going to lift the butt. Exhale, bring your hands all the way to the front. Walk your knees back. We're going to go back down, guys. Because we're going to do the other side. Now, this time, the left arm goes on top. The right arm goes underneath. You keep walking them. And then you release your head into your block, into your little chair, your pillow. Oh, this feels good and bad at the same time. Alright, the right arm slides from underneath. You walk the left foot to the left until you can turn your hip out. You can also lift to your body to see what's the best. And then we're going to stay here for a little bit. Make sure your head is heavy. Don't let your neck having too much stress in this one. And then you relax your eyes, your feet, your legs, your hips. Deep breaths in and out. All right, sliding that left leg. And then we're going to turn around in our mats. And this is the moment I want you to bring back your belt or your scarf or whatever you're using as a belt, okay? So back all the way on the floor. We're almost done, guys. So this is an easier way. Instead of going to standing position to open the hamstrings, those are the ways you can do in your bed, on the couch, wherever you are that is easier in your back if you have back issues. It's easier anywhere instead of standing up. You can lasso your right foot or help someone, ask for help to someone to lasso your right foot. As you grab that right leg, you flex, right? And then do me a favor with your toes. We're not pointing and flexing your foot. You're not using your ankles right now. What you're trying to use is the muscles of your feet. The little muscles on top, the little muscles on the bottom. And then you bring your toes towards you, and then you bring them away from you. It's going to feel weird, okay? A little weird, because we hardly ever do this. So do it at least a couple more times. All right. Now, guys, you roll your shoulders down. You take a deep breath and see if that leg can get closer to you. So now it's completely now you know the difference, right? Now is the femur rolling into your pelvis, not the opposite. So your pelvis is in place, your pelvis is stable, and now is your femur rolling over your pelvis, circling, whatever the name. Take a deep breath. We're gonna open a little bit to the right. Doesn't have to be a lot. Bring it back. A little again towards the opposite way. You might feel a lot in this one. And back. Exhale now. I want you to bend the knee. Start to send your elbows out. And then press the belt and reach it. And then again, we're just going to do a few more here. Exhale. Always gentle, okay? And then one more. And then this one, you send the knee out. You drop that foot on top of that leg. You bring that other leg towards you, and you can lasso or just interlace your finger behind that leg. Now in this one, I would also like you to bring your head side to side, because this can tense the side neck here a lot. So take another breath. Now keep that right foot lasso with your prop, okay? Because we're gonna use it one more time. Okay, now you're gonna hold with the left hand because your foot is to the left. You're gonna send your leg all the way to the left side. So my right foot is lasso, right? All the way to the left side. Now what you're gonna try to do is to stretch that leg and then flexing your foot. And then the right arm can go all the way to the right side. And then you breathe here. Pressing the belly, releasing the jaw, releasing the eyes. All right, we bend the knee, we bring it back. Now to make it easy, the transition, you stretch the other foot until you can lasso bring the other one back down. Let's do the same thing with the other leg, and then it's Shavasana. So as you keep that foot flexed like that on top, we're gonna try to squeeze the fingers and then bring, not fingers, the toes towards you and then away from you. And then the toes towards you and then away from you. And don't be alarmed if there is very little movement, okay? It's because you might have very, very tight muscles in your foot. Yes, and that can happen. I've seen a lot of that. So you can't send it away and then towards you. Beautiful, guys. Take a deep breath. See if there's more space here in the femur, in the hamstring to go closer to you. We bring the elbows out and then we exhale, press, lengthening those arms. We bring it towards you a little bit and then we press and bring away from you. One more time, we reach. And then we bring. Now let's send that leg to the left. Bring it back, sending to the right. Ooh. Bring it back. Bring that knee all the way towards you. As close as you can. Stretching. Let's do one more time. Bringing the knee towards you. And then now we bring the knee out. Outer foot goes on top of that right knee. Take your right foot off the floor and trying to hold that leg. If you can't, that's okay too. And then if you want to stretch the neck, bring it side to side. very easy. All right. Hold now with the right hand. Your left foot still should be lassoed. You stay here, you bring your legs how they are to the right side now. Ooh, and need to squeeze more to that side. Bring all the way to the right. And then see if you can start to stretch that leg. Straight that leg. Maybe your foot goes down, maybe not. You're holding with the belt. And then the left hand goes all the way to the left side. All right, we bend the knee. For our last position, let's bring our knees towards our chest. What you can do is stretching them out and then bringing them in, maybe side to side. And then your foot can be down, your hands can be to the back of your neck, and then you press your chin towards your chest, just, excuse me, just with the help of your hands. And then you bring it back down. Now, recommending Shavasana, and I don't have any of my props here. So if you have 2 blocks and 1 pillow, it can be any kind of pillow, okay? It can be a not very thick pillow or a thick pillow. I would recommend a not so thick pillow. Okay, I'm coming back, guys. So, and maybe a blanket if you're a little chilly. Okay, so I would be using this pillow, this round pillow that I have, to have my low back supported and to have a lift in my chest. And then my 2 blocks, because we did a lot of hamstrings today, what we're gonna do is to completely relax the hamstrings by bending the knees and having the blocks tilted so it follows the shape of the back of your leg here. Not the back of your knee, the back of your leg, so it's supporting the back of your leg. And then if you want to use something to warm your feet or your legs, always keeping your body as warm as you can for Shavasana. And then you go down. You can always readjust. If this is too much for your neck, have another pillow underneath your neck. I would recommend this for sure. Like, I need another one. So I'm just gonna wrap here my mat to give a lift for my head. Now, this is what my body, after our sequence, is telling me what to do. Maybe for you is a different story. Maybe you open different areas or you close different areas that you need a different Shavasana. So please use your body's intelligence to tell you where to go and where to stay. And we're going to stay for just a few minutes, noticing how the body feels in this position. If it doesn't feel good, you change. You readjust, you move until you find that space. As you're starting to peel the layers out of you, peel the layers that no longer serve you. Peel the layers that maybe put us to the angry modes. You know, the layers where we think we're
Are you ready for a total body workout, Peloton fam?
Jesse's 30-minute bike boot camp?
Sorry, guys.
I got this.
Get out.
You know, those layers that tells us that we're not good or what we're doing, it's not the right thing to do. So right now, all you're trying to become is yourself. It's weird to say this, but unfortunately it's the truth for a lot of us. It's so hard to be ourselves because of the judgment, because of our own fear. It's so hard. So we try to have a different layer for every situation or for every interaction that we have in different places and with different people. And I'm not saying this is the wrong thing, because our personalities change according to the community that we're exchanging our energy. But what I say is that the majority of time, are afraid to be who we are because we are judging ourselves. So the layers that we need to take it away is the layers that we learned when we were little, when we were teenagers especially, that what we are, it's not good enough. Maybe for an action from someone that we loved, from a word that someone said, that we might even interpret it wrong. So those are the layers that needs to be moved away and peeled off. And it might take time, it might take the triggers of those moments for you to realize what you hold inside of you. And if that moment that you've been triggered, maybe at work, maybe at home, maybe from your kids, maybe from your respected one, maybe from a stranger, if you feel that notion inside of your body, try to recognize what it feels physically. And then you start to notice, okay, where is this coming from? Where is this negativity coming from? Where is this judgment coming from? Where is this anger coming from? And then you can start to work on peeling that layer off. But right now, all you have to do is release. And being okay with this moment that you have right now. Being okay with the feelings that you have right now. Making sure your legs are heavy, making sure your torso, your arms, your hands and fingers. Your neck, your chest, your eyes. I leave you here with a lot and lots of love and peace and gratitude. Thank you so much for sharing your kindness with me this morning. Sorry, Catherine, that you didn't see the time. You can do it later. Thank you guys so much. And oh, hi Deb, you were there too. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you hopefully soon. Enjoy your Sunday. Namaste.